Over the course of more than a year, Israel finds itself in a deepening crisis, facing the harsh reality of diminishing manpower and soldier fatigue amid ongoing conflicts on multiple fronts. Following the violent Hamas-led assault on October 7, 2023, the Israeli Defense Forces, IDF, rapidly mobilized approximately 300,000 reservists. However, a striking 18% of these are men above the age of 40, who would usually be exempt from combat duty. This trend is emblematic of Israel's current struggles to meet its operational needs, as it faces dual confrontations with Hamas in Gaza and Hezbollah in Lebanon. The losses incurred by Israel have been profound. The IDF has reported at least 1,700 soldiers killed in Gaza and an additional 70 in Lebanon since its ground operations intensified in October. These casualties have dealt a considerable blow to Israel's military, heightening the strain on those remaining. Military service is compulsory for Israelis at the age of 18, but the increasing demand for personnel has pressured the nation to mobilize older reservists who are often unprepared for the grueling conditions. The physical and psychological toll on soldiers has been severe, with many facing prolonged periods away from family and work. Reservists, who constitute a critical portion of the IDF's manpower, are facing extraordinary challenges. Ariel Seralevi, a reservist called up 4 times since October, voiced widespread frustration over the unending cycle of service. His plea on social media drew significant attention, shedding light on the deep exhaustion felt by many. Another anonymous reservist, a father of 2, told AFP of his overwhelming fatigue and the strain his absences place on his employment. As the conflict drags on, these pressures are compounded, eroding the morale and resolve of many soldiers. Many reservists who run their own businesses have struggled to keep operations afloat amid their prolonged absences. Although Israel provides minimal financial assistance, the economic impact on reservists has been undeniable, especially for those with families dependent on their income. One reservist deployed for 6 months in Gaza recounted to AFP how his absence disrupted family life, underscoring the personal sacrifices made by thousands. For many, the government's support has proven insufficient, adding to the frustration of those who feel their sacrifices have gone unrecognized. A significant complicating factor in Israel's recruitment crisis lies in the exemptions given to ultra-Orthodox Jews, who make up about 14% of the Jewish population. Exempt from mandatory service on religious grounds, this group has become a contentious issue within Israeli society. Initially, only a few hundred were exempt in 1948, but that number has since swelled to around 66,000. The Supreme Court's recent ruling against maintaining this exemption has intensified pressure on Netanyahu's government to address the imbalance in military duties, adding urgency to the ongoing societal debate. The issue of ultra-Orthodox exemptions has led to heated public discourse, with widespread calls for legislative reform. Leaders like Aryeh Deri of the Sephardi ultra-Orthodox Shas Party have pushed for solutions to protect draft exemptions for religious students. Meanwhile, about 2,000 wives of religious Zionist reservists signed a letter urging the government to alleviate the burden on their husbands. These women argue that military service and religious duties need not be mutually exclusive, signaling a shift in the traditional stance on conscription. Tehila Elitza, an academic married to a reservist, shared a perspective with Yedid Aharonot, emphasizing that Torah study and national service could coexist harmoniously. This viewpoint reflects a larger shift within religious Zionist circles, where many now advocate for a greater sharing of the national defense burden. However, the calls for reform have not alleviated the immediate pressures on reservists.